All right, so in the last video on the T Pro, I made a reference to some voice files and an SD card and all that. And some people were like, well, the T Pro didn't come with an SD card. How do we get the SD card contents for the T Pro? And if you go on to, well, if you do a Google search and go to the OpenTX website and all that, which will show you here how to get to, it's not there yet because it's too new. So I just used the files from the T-Lite, and that worked fine because they're very similar in terms of the screen size. That's the thing that's most important. So let's go and show you what you need to do to go get the files, and then you'll get the voice files and be able to set up the radio the same way I did for the arming and disarming. So you just go to Google, like everything else here. You just have to put in like OpenTX SD card contents download, and we'll just go to the first link here, and it just takes you to the OpenTX website. So the version on the T Pro is 2.3.14, so we'll go there. And then we scroll down to the bottom here, and under download links, there's a link for SD card contents. And then once you go there, you have a bunch of directories here for a bunch of radios, and you can see the T Pro isn't there yet, but we're just going to get the ones for the T-Lite. Now later on, the T Pro might show up here, but I'm just going to go to the T-Lite directory, and then the version we want here is 2.3v0038, and that's the latest version as of the video, and I think that one will work with the stock firmware that's on the T Pro. That's what I was using before. Let's click on that and download it. Okay, we'll go to the downloads folder where I downloaded the file. So you see a file here in your downloads folder. Just need to right click that, hit extract all. It's the zip file is compressed. Go ahead and extract all the files. Okay, so within once that folder is extracted, it should open up, and you should have all of these folders and files here. And on my PC here, I have a SD card already ready to go. So it's right here. It's a 4 gigabyte SD card, and I formatted it in FAT32. Generally speaking, on these OpenTX radios, 1 gigabyte is plenty, so 4 gigabytes is overkill, but I don't have anything that's that small. I think you can go up to about 16 gigabytes, but there's just, I don't know what you would use that much space for. 512 megabytes is usually enough to carry all the voice files as well. So usually, typically, 1 gigabyte is going to be good. So if you have a small SD card, the smaller the better. You don't really need a huge card, but you may need a high quality card. Some radios are more sensitive to if the card's too slow. Not all radios, that really depends on which one you get, but the better the quality, the better, and the smaller the better. So all you gotta do here is just go to the folder where you extracted the files and drag over everything, and just wait for that to complete. It might take a while depending upon how fast your computer and card is. And while we're waiting for this to finish copying, I do want to let you guys know that you can get SD card contents for other radios as well. So in the directory here, for whatever version of OpenTX you're running, you can see they have ones for different screen sizes. So the T-Lite is 128 by 64. They have, I think these are just like generic SD card contents for radios that might have a screen that's 128 by 64. So you might, if there's a future radio, you might be able to try that, because not all the radios are listed here. Some of them, like for example, the T Pro will work with the T-Lite, and some of them are very radio specific. So you have things like the X9D, the X7 here, the X10, and X-Lite. So some radios out there may not have ones that are going to exactly match what's here, but for the most part, a lot of the radios that aren't listed here, they are going to have the SD card already with the SD card contents. But in the event that you don't have the SD card in your radio, like the T Pro, then you might be able to search in here and find one that might work for you. And the same process applies. You just download it, unzip the file, extract all the files, and then just copy it over to the SD card and pop it into your radio. And if the versions match, we shouldn't get an error message, and it will just work, and you'll have the voice files. So hopefully you found that helpful and get you going in terms of getting the files for the T Pro. If you liked the video, please let me know and hit the thumbs up button on the video. That really helps out. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.